I was ripped off and I'm pretty pissed off about it. Let's talk about it after the intro plays. For the 1500 subscriber giveaway contest, I'll be giving away this, The Nice House on the Lake, issue number 1, CGC in a 9.8, another great series from JT4. All you have to do is be subscribed to my channel, like and comment in any of my videos for a chance to win. Good luck, everyone. Welcome back to Basement Collectibles, and if you're new here, my name is Jordan, and if you like comics, toys, movies, and arcades, please consider subscribing for more great content. My goal for this channel was to keep it as positive as possible, but today's video, I'm not happy about this seller. So I recently bought Something is Killing the Children, issues 1 to 15, and I reread the story again, and I thought it'd be great to see if I could find some raw copies for a decent price in, between the 1 to 12 issues and see if I could get a 9.8 on them. So I was trying to search locally in the last couple weeks for any of these books, locally, either on Facebook or Kijiji. I was trying to stay away from eBay, didn't really want to get into any bidding wars on something. So I was trying to see if I could find the best deal possible for these books. So one of the main focuses was try to see if I could find issue number 10. This is hard to get in 9.8 just because it's an all black cover. There's also a death of a main character in this book, and it seems to be selling pretty well. So after missing out on a couple books that just sold way too fast the time I got to the actual seller, I found somebody that was about an hour and a half away from me, and they were actually selling 16 Something is Killing the Children books. So the seller had an ad out for issue number 4, then it started at issue number 8 all the way to 20, equaling 16 books because there was a cover B as well. So the seller did have pictures on the ad. He started off with all 16 books and then broke it down every 3 books per picture. I always like to also check to see what the seller is also selling, and it just seemed like he had all comic books, so he knew a little bit about comics with all those books that he was selling. So I messaged the seller and I just asked if these books are available. My main focus is on issues number 4, 8, 9, 10, and 11. If you can please, if you have some time, check to see if there are any spine ticks, color rub, or creases on them. So the seller wrote back fairly quickly, which is always nice, and wrote back that there are no flaws on these books. They've never been read. There are no spine ticks. These are gem mint. So using the word gem mint, I'm sure he knows of the grading system, or again, he's just describing the books. And I said, great, because these are the books. If there are no flaws on them, I'd like to buy the collection from you. He wrote back, absolutely. We went back and forth, and I ended up buying these 16 books for $160. So a couple days later, this box arrives. I pick it up to bring it inside, and I can feel the comic shifting inside the box. In the pictures, he did have bubble wrap on the comics, so I was just hoping, please don't already have damage just from the postal service just getting to my house. But luckily, I took the comics out of the box, and there was no damage from the inside, or at least around the comics itself. So I opened the box up, and there was bubble wrap in it. There was a little bit of newspaper inside too, but unfortunately, there was a lot of spacing. But he had Silver Age boards on the comics, so luckily if they were going to shift around, hopefully the backing board would have got the damage and not the comic book. The first book that I pulled out, Something is Killing the Children, issue number 1 in the 8th print. Again, I did not ask the gentleman to double check this book, so if there was anything on it, that was on me. But of course, I don't know if you can see, there's 2 spine ticks, about right here, and there's a couple on the spine here. So again, I didn't ask this gentleman for any other pictures except for 4, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So I said, that's on me, moving along. And the next book is issue number 6. And with Boom Studios paper stock, it gives you a fighting chance that these books can take a little bit of wear, even if they are read or not. But I pulled out issue number 6. I don't know if you can see it, but there are spine ticks over here. I'll put a picture focusing in on it. And there's at least 5 spine ticks on this book, and you can see it through the plastic. Now, again, I didn't catch it on the photos on Kijiji, so shame on me for that. But even if this seller just glanced at it without taking it out of the poly bag, you would have noticed there was damage, and I wouldn't be sitting here with a handful of these books already. So going on to book number 8, there's about 2 spine ticks on here, so not that bad. One's not even color breaking, luckily, so maybe this could somehow slide in to be a 9.8. Issue number 9, there are 2 or 3 spine ticks on here. Luckily, no creases or color rub, but again, I don't think this can pass for a 9.8. And on issue number 10, the one book that I'm, I guess you can say, specking on. There is one color breaking spine tick and another spine tick up above. So again, I got lucky on my issue number 1, cover A in the first print. There was a color breaking spine tick, and CGC allowed it to be a 9.8. So do I take a risk on this, sending this book in to get a 9.8? So probably the best book out of the 5 books that I needed to make sure were flawless was issue number 11. I don't see anything wrong with it. I took it out, so that's really great that at least 1 out of 5 didn't have any spine ticks. But something like this, again, would only probably sell right now for about $65. So I don't even know if this is worth sending into CGC. And just to quickly go over the other issues, issue number 12, no spine ticks on here. Luckily, this is in great shape. Great cover on issue number 13. There's a little bit of wear on this. Issue number 14, and again, some reading wear on this. The seller said that he didn't read any of these books. There's no way you wouldn't have 16 books in your collection without probably reading this story. But again, I didn't care about him reading it. It was more of the fact that I asked him to look over these books, and he 100% agreed that there was nothing wrong with them. Issue number 15. Issue number 16. Issue number 17, I believe this is cover B. Issue number 18, he must have stopped reading after 15 because these books look like they're 100%. Issue number 19. And issue number 20. So as soon as I was finished looking over the 5 books that I asked the seller to have no defects on for this deal, I immediately took some pictures and I wrote back to the seller. So all I said was, please see attached for the pictures. I've noticed 4 out of 5 books have defects on them. Please see attached. I would have made this deal if there were any defects on these comic books. I need you to get back to me ASAP. After I left the message, I went and had dinner. I went back to the box just to look at the other books. Again, these were not going to be headed to CGC, but I was just curious to see what condition they were in. So I went through the books again, and I noticed that the seller only sent me 15 books. There were supposed to be 16 books in this collection, and ended up missing the Jenny Frison cover of issue number 16. So I still hadn't heard from the seller, and I understand it's Friday night, you got other things to do. But I wrote back and I said, so besides the defects, now I only have 15 books and I'm supposed to have 16. I think I really deserve to have my money back, and I have no issues paying for shipping to send this back, so I'd really like to have my money back. Please let me know in the comment section below what would you have done. So I left it alone for that night. Next morning, seller hasn't responded. Wait another 6 hours until the afternoon. Still nothing, so I wrote back and I said, please do the right thing. I still haven't heard back from you. You replied very quickly when I was buying these books. I'd still like my money back, and I'd still like to know why you would send me these books with all these defects on them. So as of making this video, I still haven't heard back from the seller, and I think that's what pisses me off the most. I know $160 is nothing to laugh at. I guess I got 15 Something is Killing the Children books, which I'm not complaining about the books, but it's the fact that the seller told me that there were no defects on this. I was trying to use this as a small investment to sell those books off so I could buy more books. So now that I'm done with my PG rant, please let me know in the comments section below, is this justified? I know I should have asked for more pictures at least, but I took the person's word, which again, doesn't mean anything. It was only an hour away. Should I have at least got my car and head over there? It seems like any big purchase that I'm gonna do in the future, anything probably over $80 to $100, and I can actually go myself and see these books, I think I have to actually go now, because it's really hard to trust somebody. Now, it's not too often I make these videos of getting ripped off, so I have been really fortunate. I've ordered things from around the world. I've ordered comic books from Greece, and they've come back exactly what the seller told me. So I still have some trust in this, but I just can't believe someone that's local and all of a sudden I get ripped off by all this. So in a future CG submission video, I might actually add maybe 8, 9, or 10, but please let me know in the comments below, would you risk sending in a book that already has a spine tick to get that 9.8? So I know this is probably a drop in the bucket to some of being ripped off, but please let me know in the comment section below if you've been in this situation before. So that's it for this video, and I really appreciate you letting me vent, and thanks for watching until the end. And if you are new here, if you can possibly like, comment, and subscribe on your way out, and welcome to all the new subscribers to the channel, and I'll see everybody on the next one. Take care.